Hi guys, morning. I wanted to jump on today and share a very powerful dream I had last night concerning the nation of America. There are parts of this dream that I don't have full understanding or revelation of. But as I was praying over it this morning, I felt the Lord say that I was just to share what I've been given so far. It was a very, very powerful dream. In this dream, I found myself standing in front of the Supreme Court of America. And as I was standing in front of the Supreme Court, suddenly I saw the Lion of Judah walk into this dream, and I watched as the Lion of Judah walked up the stairs of the Supreme Court, and I watched as he lay down upon the steps of the Supreme Court under the pillars of the Supreme Court. And just to say, it was the most incredible thing to watch. When I saw the Lion of Judah, the way in which he walked and the way in which he moved in that place, it was as if he had total dominion and power and authority over that territory. It was an incredible thing to see in the dream. But as I continued to watch this dream unfold, suddenly I saw two archangels appear, one either side of the Lion of Judah. And as I looked at the first archangel, I knew by revelation that it was the archangel of righteousness. And then a second angel appeared, and I knew again by revelation that it was the archangel of justice. And then suddenly I heard the Lion of Judah, and I watched as he began to roar over the Supreme Court, as he began to roar over the nation of America. And as I heard his roar, I heard these words: "The roar of my righteousness now goes forth over the nation." And as I heard his roar, I saw the archangel of righteousness going forth across the nation. So as he roared, the archangel of righteousness was then deployed. It was as if the roar was then followed by the archangel of righteousness. And suddenly the dream shifted, and I found myself standing in front of the Statue of Liberty. And in the dream, I could still feel the vibrations, the vibrations from the sound of his roar of righteousness, and the very foundations of where the Lady of Liberty was standing began to shake violently. And then I looked up at her, and suddenly the torch that she was holding burst into flames. And I heard these words: "Watch, for I am now reigniting the fires of truth and liberty in the nation." And again, as I was watching this torch, I saw the archangel of righteousness standing over Lady Liberty. And then again the dream shifted, and I found myself standing back before the Supreme Court, where the Lion of Judah was lying upon the stairs of the Supreme Court. And then he roared again for a second time, and his roar went forth across the nation. And then I heard these words: "The roar of my justice now goes forth across the nation." And as the roar of his justice went forth, the archangel of justice followed the roar of his justice. And then again the dream shifted, and I found myself standing in front of this incredible monument. And this morning I actually I looked I actually Googled what this monument was, and it was the monument that I saw in a dream, and it was the monument of Washington. And this tall monument, now in the dream I didn't know what the monument was, but this tall monument I was standing in front of, and again, the sound and the vibrations and the power of his roar of justice began to shake the monument violently. And I watched as this monument began to sway from side to side, and then it began to fall over, and then I heard these words, "Watch, for I am now overturning and overthrowing the powers and principalities of darkness." And then I looked up again at this monument that was swaying back and forth and back and forth, and I saw the angel of justice standing over the monument of Washington. And then again the dream shifted, and I found myself standing once again before the Supreme Court, and I watched as the Lion of Judah then got up and he walked back down the stairs of the Supreme Court, and that was when I woke up. And as I've been praying over this incredibly powerful dream and just really speaking to the Lord and asking him to give me understanding and revelation of what I saw and what I heard, the Lord's been showing me so clearly that what we are seeing him doing in the nation, it is a work of divine, I've said it before, but it is a work of divine destruction against the powers and the principalities of darkness. That when I saw Lady Liberty, and I was asking the Lord to give me more understanding and revelation about Lady Liberty, the Lord was showing to me that New York City, something about New York City, the Lord was showing me that there is a great shaking, another great shaking that is coming to New York City. And the Lord showed to me many things that are to come about New York City, which I won't share now because I haven't got full understanding and revelation of it. But the Lord clearly said to me, watch New York City. Pray for New York City, for I am even taking hold of her once again, and I am shaking her. And the Lord showed me that the fires of that torch that I saw burst into flames, and how God is reigniting the fires of truth and liberty in the nation. God also showed me that it was prophetically symbolic of revival that is coming. And I believe that there is a revival that is going to come out of New York City. A great move of God is going to come out of New York City. And then the Lord showed me the monument of Washington. And as I was praying over that monument, and I don't really know anything about the monument, but the Lord quickened to me the arch of Baal that was erected a couple of weeks ago in Washington. And the Lord was showing to me how the roar of his justice will now be heard going forth over the land concerning the idols that have been erected in the nation. And he began to speak to me about abortion, and he began to speak to me about that arch of Baal, and how it is a doorway to the demonic realm, and how the roar of his justice is coming to close that door that has been opened, that demonic door that has been opened over the nation. That the roar of his justice is going to cause that idol, the idol of Baal, that idol worship, what's happened with what's even happening with the abortion. And the Lord began to speak to me about Roe versus Wade, and how the Lord was showing to me that even with seeing that monument of Washington falling over, beginning to sway and then fall over, it was as if the Lord was showing to me it was representing Roe versus Wade. That right now we are seeing that that law and that legislation is already beginning to be shaken, and it is already beginning to sway back and forth. But the Lord showed me so clearly that law and that legislation, like the monument of Washington, will fall. It will be overturned. It will be overthrown. So I just want to share that with you this morning. It was a very, very powerful dream. I believe that there's even more that God wants to show and reveal to me through that dream. As he does, I will obviously jump on and I will share when and how the Lord gives me that revelation, further revelation. But America, we are praying today for you. We are standing here in Northern Ireland with you. I'm in fact on my way now to a prayer meeting where we are praying and interceding for the hearings today and the hearings tomorrow. But I will say this to you, America. This morning as I was praying concerning Brett Kavanaugh and the upcoming hearing, I heard the Lord say, daughter, tell my people to guard their hearts. Tell my people, do not lean on your own understanding, for I am working all things together for the good of those that love me. So America, do not lean on your own understanding. Do not look to the right or to the left. Keep focused on what God is doing. Remember, this is a time of great shaking. This is a time when God is shaking the nation, when God is realigning the nation, where God is overturning and overthrowing those powers and principalities of darkness. This is a time where things will feel there's a lot of uncertainty. There may well be things that will take place that we do not understand, but the Lord wants us to know that he is in control. As I said before, he has not fallen asleep. He does not sleep. He does not slumber. He has not fallen asleep at the wheel. God is in control. God's hand is shaking the nation, and I believe that this is a shaking unto a great awakening, that the nation is awakening to her true destiny and kingdom identity. This is a time when, America, you will begin to arise and shine, for the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. So America, we are standing with you today, and we are believing that the roar of his righteousness and the roar of his justice will be heard going forth across the land. America, we love you. God bless.